Hello, everyone. This is Darcinovia here. It's been a while since I've done a review on a Star Wars Legends novel. This time, I'm reviewing a novel that was never officially released. In the 1990s, there, you know, was a novel called Heart of the Jedi, and it was completed in the 90s, but it was never officially released. Now, you could easily find this, on the website, which I'm giving you a link in the description. I have a physical copy of Heart of the Jedi. It's not an official, you know, approved copy by Del Rey or Lucasfilm, just letting you know. So don't expect to find Heart of the Jedi anywhere at retail. The only way you're going to be able to read, this, story is on the link I'm going to give you below. Now, Heart of the Jedi, how does it hold up? Even though, this wasn't officially released, and the editor who actually helped edit the novel to make it fit, with the modern, Legends continuity, one of the reasons it wasn't released in the first place is it was already, contradicting material that already, was written. And as a result, it was never published. And of course, the author still got paid for it, of course. Now, Heart of the Jedi, despite being never officially released, despite, you know, the canon of this, book is questionable, its canonicity in Legends, is it still worth reading? Now, Heart of the Jedi, if you care to know where it takes place chronologically, it would take place after Truce of Bakura. And it would make sense. Now, in this story, Luke, leaves the rebellion because he's tired of the war and doesn't know where his life, is taking him. Considering how this takes place very close to the events of Return of the Jedi, I do think Luke's story, arc in this novel, I do feel like is not out of character for Luke and is completely in character. Luke's entire, storyline in this novel is him being confused and of where his life is heading. The Emperor is dead, Darth Vader is dead, and the New Republic has just been established. And he doesn't, want anything to do with the war anymore. Luke storyline is Luke actually, when he hunts and finds the Heart of the Jedi, is him coming to terms of who he is as a Jedi Knight. And honestly, in a way, this is Luke's, Jedi trial, at least according to this novel. At least that's my interpretation of reading it. Now, Han and Leia do have their own thing in this book, where they have to deal with a senator and a prince. I'm not going to reveal too much spoilers for this book because I would like people to read this for themselves. Han and Leia are still dealing with the aftermath of the events of Return of the Jedi, and the relationship is becoming more like you would eventually see it in Heir to Empire. Now, their storyline is nowhere near as interesting as Luke's, but Luke's is more of a spiritual journey, and I think this is a good Luke story. I consider this more of Luke's story more than anything. And at the end, honestly, this book could fit perfectly with the rest of Legends. It's a good standalone story. If you don't have much knowledge on the EU, I feel like you could read this, just like Truce of Bakura before it. I feel like it's a good story on its own. It's nothing mind-blowing. I don't consider it as good as other novels of the era. I do wish this novel was released, though, because I do feel like it is a good story, in my opinion. I did enjoy it overall. It was a lot of fun. I like the villains. You know, I really enjoyed the concept of the Heart of the Jedi. I wish it was explored more in future stories, but then again, this was written, you know, way back in the 90s, and by the time, this book would have come out, the Luke's, Jedi Academy was already being established. So, yeah, this novel, even though it doesn't fit perfectly with, the other Legends novels that came out, at the time, obviously because this was written, at a, during, Truce of Bakura, Courtship of Princess Leia, etc., the books that came out after the Thrawn trilogy. And as a result, there are some minor things that would have made it impossible to fit. And honestly, I think this novel is still a good story despite, the minor, you know, just, inconsistencies with the EU. I would recommend reading it regardless. It's a good story, and you could read it for free. I'm not joking. You could literally read it for free. And it's not a hard story to find. All you need to do is just go on the Star Wars Expanded Universe website, the link I'm going to give you in the description, and you can read it for yourself. I give this story a good rating. I don't know if I'll review other unpublished works. I might if I get a hold of it. Anyway, this is Darcenovia, over and out. See you guys next time with another Legends video. Later.